Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host. We're going on a quest for truth together. Hello, friends, and boy, it's been a struggle to get online today. And I apologize for that. It's like the 9th time I tried, and I think I'm here. Let me check. Let me go over here to the chat. We got a lot of comments. And I heard we had a super chat too. We got Propagate This Light. That's the furthest back it'll let me go. Welcome to the program, buddy. I hope you caught our last show with my friend Johnny B. We played some of his original music, and part of that Minneapolis sound. So be sure to check that out if you can. Hello, Mud Rabbit. Good to see you here. Awesome. Yes. Oh. Let me see. We should put our little background music on, shouldn't we? And Dark Brain, welcome to the program. And Catherine Weiss. And I heard that the super chat came from Catherine Weiss. So thank you so much, Catherine. And hello to the lurkers. Yes, we got the lurker app. In fact, let me check. Ooh, we got 3 banks of lurkers, and a good portion of them are feds. So, hi, feds. And hello, everybody out there in TV land. How you doing? Good to see you out there. It's fun to see you out there in TV land. All righty then. And Austin's here. Good to see you, buddy. Nostradamus ate my hamster. Oh my goodness. All righty then. Okie dokie, Pinocchio. Well, I think we need to get our little background music going here. What do you think? What do you think? Or we could get it going with one of Johnny and Ray's songs. I wonder if Johnny would mind. We could get her going with that, one of those. Let's see. Yeah. Well, what the heck? Let's play this. This is from Johnny and Ray, and this was done a long, long time ago, using a 4-track, bumping it back and forth, and multi-tracking it back in the big 80s. So check this out. This is Johnny and Ray, Posh. And this name of the song is Nothing, and it features the guitar work of David Blank towards the end. Awesome song. And here it goes. Hold on a second. This is the better version, I believe. I hope. Sounds better, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Like mine will never All right. I hope you enjoyed that little musical interlude there. And now we're going to go back to our night driving. And I don't know, sometimes this background music can cancel out my microphone. So let me know if you hear it cutting out like that once we start the music. Right. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, so hot. Yeah. Real hot. It must be so nice to be able to eat ice cream as fast as you want and never have to worry about brain freeze. Yeah, that's a popular meme. I'm sure you've seen it. Okay. I hope that the music isn't interfering with the microphone of this show, because I really can't hear it until after the show. If I happen to hear it, oh, that's where it cut out a little bit there. Okay, good. You hear me. Thank you, Mud Rabbit. Oh, I did not know that. Did you know ice cream's is common as therapy for dementia? No, that's interesting. I wonder if the commander and thief knows that. It's just so creepy how he creeps up to these young girls and says, "No serious dating till after 30. You got me there." What a creep! Does this guy? He's so unaware of how creepy he is. I mean, hasn't he not seen video of himself? The guy's just got no awareness. The nice thing about Alzheimer's and dementia is you keep making new friends. Hey, who are you? I feed you every day. Oh, you do? Oh, good to meet you. Good to see you here. Glad to meet you again. Yeah, wow. Oh, booty juggies, uh, whatever his name is, the guy that doesn't do anything except be gay. Hi, I'm gay. Elect me because I'm gay. That's like his whole thing. No accomplishments. Actually, horrible non-accomplishments. But there you go. Booty jugs. It is funny. Jeez Louise, man. Yep, it's the Biden administration. What they'll be known for is for never getting anything done. Always appointing the worst people to every post, and not based on merit, just based on identity politics. That's what it is. It's kind of ridiculous. Right. If we aren't laughing by now, we aren't getting the joke. The jokes, yeah, well, like what Carlin used to say, the joke's on us, right? Yeah, you know who I like is Ticked Off Vic. Ticked Off Vic. You know what ticks me off? That guy is so funny. He is so funny. Yeah, he's great. If you know what I'm talking about, Ticked Off Vic. He's a guy from New York or New Jersey. Not sure. Either New Jersey, New York. But he's got that East Coast accent, and he's super pissed off at things, and he spittles all over. He's complaining, and he'll say, "And now I gotta clean up the dashboard." It's all spit. God, I'd like to see him go on a rant about this president. We've got this phony baloney guy. He's kind of like Barney Fife, you know. Barney Fife was not much of a sheriff's deputy. And remember the few times that Andy had to leave town and he left Barney in charge? It was always a disaster. Just like, so wait a minute. I think there could be a correlation here. You can maybe correlate Biden's entire career with Barney, the character Barney Fife from the Andy Griffith Show, and I think that would be accurate. It'd be pretty close bet. There he is. Vic DiBiato. I think you're saying that right. He's pretty funny. He's hilarious. You know, it's easy to take too much of a guy like that. You can't binge watch a bunch of his stuff, but every once in a while, sprinkle him in. He is hilarious. He's funny. He was talking about how he had this plumber come over, and there was a drained tub, and the plumber asks him if he has a plunger. In your whole truck, you don't have a plunger? That's the main tool of your job. Oh, so funny. So go check him out. I cannot do him justice. So, and Mud Rabbit has the a thing in there, so go check it out. Yeah, he's our fountainhead of bad advice. All right. Yeah, it's creepy that he does that. And, you know, putting off having a family till later just lowers the birth rate, you know? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't want them seriously dating. He wants them coming to visit him at the White House. That's what it is. Because he's a creep. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Hello there, Jerry. He calls from time to time, and we talk, but no word on another show yet. He does a show every month with Michael Sala, so you can check him out. He's once a month there, and he does a few other shows around. So just keep an eye open, and if we do a show, it's usually on a Sunday, and usually I'll know ahead of time. Sometimes not very much ahead of time. So make sure you're subscribed so you know when you'll be. Hit the bell so that it gets you all of the pertinent information. How do you like that? Information. You get both information, all of the above, whatever the above. I saw this meme today, and I don't really necessarily agree with it. I mean, I posted it, but I think we have to really feel sorry for these people because they've now deprived themselves of oxygen for so long. They don't have any brains left. They can't figure anything out anymore because they've been face diapered they've been dumbed down via the face diaper. It turns out breathing your own bacteria I don't know, it just kind of, it like turns your brain into, I don't know, jello? Perhaps jello. I think it turns it into jello. But we shouldn't laugh at them, but sometimes you might not be able to help it. I mean, there might come to a point where some woman comes in with a bee outfit or something, and it just, you cannot not laugh. It's gonna come to that point. Let's just be honest. They're getting ridiculous by the moment. But yeah, I don't know, man. It seems kind of mean-hearted to tease these poor people. They think they're doing the right thing. But you know what? You thought wrong. You thought like Caesar. You thought your booty was an ice cream freezer. There you go. You thought wrong. I saw another great one too. I don't think I have it pulled up because I had so many problems getting ready for the show today. But It's a stage with Lisa Simpson with words behind her, and it says, "I identify as naturally immune, and my pronouns are they lied." Yes, that's a good one. I identify as naturally immune, and my pronouns are they lied. Okay? They lied. That's right. Yes. 81 of them. Not million, just 81. I think only 81 people voted for Brandon. There couldn't be more than 81 people. I'm pretty sure of it. Certainly not 81 million. Okay, here we go. Speaking of, oh, it's kind of wrinkled. Speaking of mask, oh, it's really wrinkled. Look at that. This is what happens when you just kind of throw something in the corner. There you go. It's not dirty, it just needs to be worn. The Invisimask. And yes, you can get, sick of wearing a visible face mask. The Invisimask. And I got a guy over there, when I wear this over to Walmart, there's a dude that works there. He gives me the high five. He hates the mask. Hates it. Fewer and fewer people are wearing them. That's your shirt. Yes. Very few people have those. It's going to be a collector's item. It's the product that saved the world from a fake virus. Saved it. Because for an invisible virus, you need an invisible mask. There are no other way to save yourself from an invisible virus than with an invisible mask. Logic. It's logic, friends. Just pure, plain, simple logic. See, on the tall ones, I have to go way up here. Otherwise, it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to hide behind the words here. I can just peek around the edge. Peek over here. Ha ha. Ha ha. So there you go. And that's that. Oh, really? They're still doing that? What the heck is wrong with these people? I really honestly didn't think this was going to go on very long at all because OSHA, you cannot deprive your employees to work in an oxygen deprived area. And when doctors are in the operating room wearing these masks, they pump the room full of oxygen. You know why? Because they're getting less oxygen because they have a mask on. I could do the ticked off Vic for this one. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's kind of contagious, that ticked off Vic. I think we all need a little bit of that spiciness to get us through those rough spots, to get us past those snowflakes. Move aside, snowflake. Yeah, and the hospitals are still making people. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Have they faked a peer review test yet? You'd think they could do that with all the billions they've made. At least fake a study. Maybe they're just not that smart. I don't know. Let's see what else we have here. Check this out. This is like a 1915 GMC truck. Look at this thing. Wow. That's a tough little truck. Look at that thing. Can you imagine this? Barreling down the road in this thing, wherever they're going, down through the mountain pass, through the, the very rickety, thin little edges of the mountains where they have to go driving. That wood is no joke, that's right. There's a book out called The Moral Case for Fossil Fuels by Alex Epstein. But I thought that they really weren't fossil fuels. They actually is something that the Earth produces through pressurized water and various different elements, and it's just produced as kind of a lubricant between tectonic plates. I thought that was something the Earth actually makes. I heard that somewhere and it sounded feasible. Yeah, look at those tires. I know that the truck might not last too much longer after that picture's taken. Who knows, right? Because they're not exactly straight, Yeah, wow. Yeah. Hard-working men back then, boy, I tell ya. Maybe some log home was built with that, huh? Maybe they made telephone poles out of those. Who knows? I used to live behind a creosote plant where they would put creosote on logs like that for power poles. Right, nothing over the driver's head for sudden stops. I know it. They'll all be on the highway, rolling off of both sides of the highway. Oh boy, just thinking about that, I'm getting a mental image of Laurel and Hardy doing this and having that happen. Getting up on top of a mountain on a mountain road, and all of a sudden all these things fall and they go down both sides of the mountain. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. I'm going to put the number in the chat there. And if anyone wants to call in, well, feel free. When we talk about UFOs, aliens, you just see that big cloud on Jupiter. There's this big dust cloud that's stationary. And some speculation it might be electrically or electromagnetically charged to keep a sandstorm stationary. Isn't that weird? Yes, creosote is poisoned with nasty chemicals. Exactly right, Jerry. But they smear that on the outside of these poles, and it makes them last like forever. And that makes the bugs not eat the wood. And we used to live right behind this creosote plant, and it was, if you go back behind our house, across the alley in the back and across this plot of land, there would be a big cliff down to where they had the creosote plant. And this was in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. And this was in the 60s. in the mid-60s. And I remember my mom had some friends over, or a friend or a neighbor lady over, or a couple neighbor ladies. And, you know, my mom would make coffee cake and serve coffee and have the neighbor ladies over, and maybe they'd bring their kids if they had kids. And I remember like playing under the table, or, you know, playing around in the kitchen there, and they were talking, drinking their coffee, eating their coffee cake, and talking about how there's some concern that the creosote from the creosote plant could end up in the drinking water. And guess what? In the 80s, in the 1980s, guess what they discovered? Creosote, 8 inches thick, inside the water towers, all of them in that area. So it went undiscovered from the 60s to the 80s. People were drinking this stuff. This is what's happening, and people didn't even know about that. What actually they did know about it. There was rumors there, people were talking about it in the 60s. Nothing was done. If you know, 2 housewives knew about it, shouldn't something have happened? I mean, you'd think that they would get their news from the paper, or who knows, but I don't know. Large stationary storm system would most certainly be electrically driven. Okay. Isn't that weird? No sand on Jupiter. Well, we're not really sure what is on Jupiter. I think the clouds are so thick that the core is so far down, there's no way to get to it. Maybe they've seen it. Maybe they've sensed it. I don't know. But I don't know. Jupiter, they call that the one of our unlit suns, possible sun, but I don't think so. It wouldn't last very long. I don't think it has the right composition to be a sun. I remember a giant comet hit it and it didn't ignite it. So if anything was going to ignite it, that would have. But it didn't. It didn't. Alrighty, it's Monday. Can you believe it, folks? And this is episode 256. Can you believe it? Looks like we're starting to freeze up a bit here, folks. So I hope that doesn't happen. Here's something interesting. In zero gravity, a candle's flame is round and blue. Look at that. In zero gravity, but it still goes up, right? Let's see. Yeah. That is a big concern, isn't it? All that stuff they're shooting up there into that stuff. Terrible. So if you were like on a space station and, you know, you wanted to like reminisce and just light a candle, you probably couldn't light a candle because probably like explode the whole thing, right? Because of the oxygen up there. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. You might want to ask first. Yeah. Make sure you ask someone first. Yeah, let's ask everybody. If you work someplace at a city and they put fluoride in there, ask why they have to do it and see what you can do about getting it out. Yeah, the chlorine and the ammonia. Oh, we got to clean the pipes. Yeah. Well, what about the human pipes those end up in? Oh, you can boil off the chlorine. Bullcrap. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't drink. I've lived out here 28 years and I've never drank the water because it's so bad. There's no ground. There's no it's all bedrock here. So the water in the aquifers doesn't get filtered like it should. So the water is no good here. It's very high in minerals, aquifer. Yeah. It's not good. Our aquifer is right below our feet, yes. And they say that there's more water under the earth than there is on top of the earth. Did you know that? Oh, okay. It's the hydrogen. That's what it is. How silly of me. I don't know. How long did the candle stay lit in a free fall? I don't know the answer to that. Whoa, in South Florida, the aquifer can be as shallow as 2 feet below the land. Well, you're not getting much filtering there either, are you? Wow. So I thought that was kind of interesting. A blue flame, right? I'm ticked off about getting zits at my age. It's from shaving and then little hairs coming back. So getting zits again. I'm ticked off at. I'm ticked off at that guy who was a couple years older than me, so he must have known. When I was a teenager, I had pimples on my face, some pimples. And so I asked this older kid, I said, when do we ever stop getting pimples? Oh yeah, stops when you're 16. Stops. Oh, good. So there's an end time for it. All right, thanks. Well, apparently I'm not 16 yet. Still not 16 yet. Still waiting. Gotta get there. Yeah. Makes you still, uh-oh. We got some bots in the chat. Be aware. Okay. Why do stupid bots always want to date me? Oh my goodness, the bots. Well, it looks like you guys took care of them before I even realized it, so thank you so much. These mods are the best. Unreal. I mean, why do they have to come to my show? Why? Man. See, that's why I don't think any of that smut should be available on the internet. There should be a different internet that's not even connected to this one. That's what I want. Why can't that be? because the bad guys control everything and they want to keep it that way. I tell you, there's so many things that everyone agrees on. There's no reason to argue and complain and fight each other. There's enough that we all value our children, want our children to be safe and not to be harmed in any kind of way. I guess except for the Satanists, they disagree with that. Hello, Kitsy Witty. Good to see you here. Well, right now I'm using the one in the grocery store. So it's a reverse osmosis grocery store filter. I know it's probably not the ideal thing, but it's better than the stuff out of the tap, that's for sure. Better than the stuff out of the tap, that's for sure. And donations to keep the ship afloat. Yes, I gotta also thank again the anonymous donator to my PayPal the other day. So thank you so much. Does not want me to reveal who it is, but it was a very generous donation, and it really helps. It helps a lot. Believe you me, it helps a lot. Oh, you know what else, folks? Oh, I don't have everything all up here. Dr. Michael Sala did an interview with a woman I did an interview with many years ago, and I want to do an interview with her again. That's Paula Harris. She's a ufologist. She's an Italian-American ufologist, and she's like really important in the movement here. She's been involved for a long 40 years. She worked with J. Allen Hynek. She actually spent time with and helped to publish another book or two from Philip J. Corso before he passed away. She also was responsible for putting together Clifford Stone's very first book. She put that together for him out of recordings from interviews he had done, because he didn't have a book. So she did that for him. And she's just a great ufologist. And she also covered the Daniel Baresh story. You heard about that, the J-Rod, the alien that was from another dimension. Yes, and I interviewed her years ago when she did her book, How Does One Communicate with a ball of light or an orb, whatever it was. Good book. She's good. Good, solid researcher. Hello, Kelly Q. Good to see you here. And Kitsy Witty and Jerry and Mud Rabbit, Dark Brain, Austin, Catherine, Peggy Dancer, everybody. And Jerry. Oh, I've got that book by Clifford Stone in a box in the garage. I got to find that book because I can barely remember the details of the story. Yeah, he interacted with like a purple-colored alien when he was a kid, apparently. But yeah, he's a very interesting character because he's the one that's famously pictured in that video where it's at the Disclosure Project in 2001 at the National what you call it? Whatever it's called, is that place where they do all of the press releases and stuff. But anyway, he famously stated that when he left that the government knew of 57 different races of aliens visiting this planet, and that our scientists were confused because they were all bipedal, and judging from our estimation of what other life could be like, that would be an unlikely common denominator, but I don't know. So he said that, but also he was a crash retrieval guy. Now, he was inducted into the Army, into the service. He couldn't pass any tests. He couldn't pass the physical. He couldn't, but they let him in anyway because they knew he had the UFO alien connection. They put him in the crash retrieval group. So very interesting. So check him out. And Paola Harris, boy, check her out too. She's just done a lot of really good books. She's archived this stuff. She's putting all of her research into a university so that it can be there for people to study. And yeah, look her up. Someday I'd like to get all my old episodes of the UFO show on Blog Talk Radio unlocked so I can re-release those. Those are from the mid 2000s, 2006 or 7 or around that time. Oh, looks like Kelly Q is doing a little better. Oh, that's awesome. We're good to hear that. We send our prayers and well wishes out to everybody who needs them. To everybody. Yes, Paola Harris. She's an Italian American ufologist who has really just done so much. Of all the people who are kind of embedded into this world, I'd say she is the most credible. I mean, she goes and she interviews these people. She pays. She does these trips all by herself. She's not funded by anybody. So she's the real deal. Yes, she was heavily involved with Jacques Vallée too. Yes, she was. Indeed. Yep. Oh, and Kelly Q, if you missed the last show with Johnny B, go check that out. There was a lot of really good original music on there on the last show with Johnny B. If you missed that one. And we're going to have him on the show again. And if you're lurking around, Thinker, let us know that you're around and we can say hi to you. We did play one song that was one of the ones that you did. Oh, did I forget to send that to the deal? Thank you, Mud Rabbit. Yeah, it's yeah, they made some amazing music back in the day, and he's still at it. And his son's doing music now too, so I'm really curious to hear his son's music as well. Now, there's another song that he did that I have that we did not play, and it's a really pretty song. It's a pretty song. I did not play it on the last show. We'll probably play it again when he comes back on, and he'll have more things to show us. And he's working on cleaning up the other song that he and Ray did back in the big 80s. And it's a really, really cool song. So I hope that he can resurrect that into a better sounding song. Yeah, it was good. It was a fun time. And the music was really upbeat and happy and good. It was a very, very, and Johnny, his He's a very positive spirit, so his music is very positive. And yeah, well, a lot of people really, really liked that music, and so as well did I. Is the background music still playing? I don't hear it. Well, let's see what else we have here for you. Well, here's a little bit of news. The January 6th panel continues to hold hearings for stuffed animals and action figures they arranged in chairs. Isn't that lovely? Oh, yeah. All the important people are there. Pikachu and Buzz Lightyear, Holly Hobby. They're all there. Optimus Prime, Curious George, and good old Teddy. It's still playing? Okay, good. Thank you very much. Okay, perfectly low mixed. Oh, good. That's good to hear. Oh, that's lovely. That's something that the show was lacking before, so I'm glad that some background music got its way into here, and we figured it all out. Look at that, the Babylon Bee. Don't you love them? They're pretty stellar, I'd say. Stellar. Oh yeah. Oh, you can hear the music too? Okay, good. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat too, Catherine. We really, really appreciate that. Oh, and I gotta say, Ralph, thank you, Ralph, for donating to our last show. Now there's a new feature, and Ralph was the first one to do it on one of my shows. And that is, if you're watching the show on a rerun and you want to contribute to the show, there's a little button you can do like a super chat after the show's done, and then down below the video people can see who gave that. So I think it's a cool feature. It's the first time that anyone's done it, so I didn't really know what it was going to be like, so it was kind of cool, kind of a neat little thing. All right. Yes. Okay. Let's see what else we have here for you. Here's something. Now this, I have to admit, I saw this years ago. I thought it was adorable. I think it's still adorable. And I'm sure that everybody will agree with me. It's absolutely adorable. It's an old woman. She uses a marionette of herself to feed squirrels in the park. Isn't that awesome? That is so incredible. I just love that. I wonder what the squirrel thinks. You know? Do you think the squirrel understands that this other person is controlling that little person? Yeah, okay, there are no bipedal aliens according to some skeptics because evolution on their planets would create different patterns. I don't think so. I think it depends on the life pattern of the solar system you're developing it. I mean, humans aren't the only bipedal animal on this planet. You got birds, they're bipedal, right? What else is bipedal? But now in the story Battlestar Galactica, the Cylons, their bodies were not suited for space travel. They were too delicate. So they built robots, bipedal robots, to take their place and to do. But then they died off, and then robots keep making themselves with the sole purpose of destroying humanity. So whenever you create robots, make sure you do not create them to destroy humanity, please. Okay? Thank you very much. Isn't that awesome? Life system seems to be the five-pointed star. Wasn't there an animated dinosaur show about that? Yes, a head and four limbs. We're just elaborate starfish, actually, aren't we? We're just bipedal starfish, pretty much. Oh, I think that you're right. I think that you are right. Hey, it's our buddy Propagate This Light. Hello, Mr. Light.
Hey, what's up? How are you in the chat? What's goody?
Well, if I was doing any better, I'd be you. How are you doing?
Oh man, I've just been taking small bites out of the sun, so to speak. Been eating light, trying to keep my health going good. And
eating light. Tell me about this.
Well, the sun is tasty. You were speaking of UFOs earlier, so I've heard that UFOs use the sun to charge up. I'm not exactly sure about all that.
I've seen some things that look something like that. Yeah, you never know, right?
So did you get it recorded?
Get what recorded?
You said you've seen some things like that. How were you able to see it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
got your tongue tied.
My mind is tied right now. I got a little brain freeze here. I'm not even eating ice cream, so I wish I had an excuse.
Well, no. There's a button here, and I accidentally hit it, and then that's what happened. Like, you're actually the cyborg of the real Aaron.
Oh, am I? Oh, good. I hope I do something right. Maybe I can fix my credit score or something now that I'm a robot. Yeah.
Right. You could tap into the banks and all that stuff as an AI. You just go right in there.
Well,
change things.
Whenever I buy something, Propagate, what I do is when I put the card in and I say, well, now we find out if all that computer hacking pays off. Yeah.
Right.
And, yeah. That's my little joke when I'm buying stuff. But yeah, we had a musical guest on last time, Johnny B. Did you catch that last show?
Yeah, I did. I caught some of it.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
that was fun. He's going to come back on again and play some other songs that he did. But
okay.
But yeah.
Okay. I mean, if possible, I wouldn't mind being on the panel of one of your streams, or just me and you. It doesn't matter, But you have some interesting guests. I like the me and you too. But if you're one of these days, or at least calling. So Andrew Basago, the last time he was on, he asked you if you wanted to get a call in next time he came on. Were you thinking about doing that?
Oh yeah. That's how we started this whole thing off, was call-in show, but we weren't really getting a lot of good calls. And and the same people kept calling. He was hoping to be able to connect with some of the people that he'd lost touch with from being blind for 3 years, and just weren't getting the kind of calls that he was expecting to get. So we just went to not a call show every time, because sometimes you never know what you're going to get, when you open up to calls. But he does like the call-in show, just not every time like it started off as. But
Okay, so he was saying the last time he was on that he would like to get a Q&A with people. Do you recall him saying that?
we did do one of those a little while ago, a couple of episodes ago, that we did do a Q&A, but we'll do it. We'll do another one, sure. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to, if not call in, I'll just be in the chat asking questions. So just let me know, and then I'll be here for sure. Sometimes I don't get the notification for some reason.
All right. Well, I haven't done a show with him for couple weeks or so, but when he wants to do a show, he'll give me a call. And there is one show he's thinking about doing, but he just needs to do more research. And it's kind of hard for him to do research because he's blind. He doesn't have the internet, so it's kind of tough.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Help him do some of his research himself for him, and I'll happily help him out because the guy has really done a lot. And yeah, whatever I can do to help the guy to get his word out. Because I think his story is incredible. Incredible. So I thought that was a cute little marionette meme. You don't see a lot of those. So what's new in the world of the Mandela effect? Anything new?
Let me throw a couple towards your way. I'm going to assume you're familiar with the movie called E.T., right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, do you recall the line when he said, E.T., phone home?
Mm-hmm.
If you go check it out now, and you could check it out on your old VHS online, it doesn't matter with the Mandela effects. But when you check it now, you'll probably find that he says, E.T. home phone.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it's wild because he's an alien. He should be more technologically, apt than that, because he's asking for a home phone. He should be way past cellular phones in communication. But anyway, I don't know if all that makes sense. But yeah, he says home phone now. Do you remember the days of the home phones?
Phone home. That was always phone home, for sure. Yeah, that's a big one. Wow.
Yeah, so that's one right there. And I don't know if I brought this one up before. You're familiar with the boy band called the Backstreet Boys?
Oh yeah, Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, so I think I brought that one up. I recall the chat replying to that. But yeah, now they're just Backstreet Boys.
Or not the.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and what's the other one? Sally Field instead of Sally Fields. It used to have an S on the end. Now it's just Sally Field, the actress.
Yeah, definitely. And I recall the husband on the TV show Roseanne. I recall him passing away.
Really?
But,
I don't remember that. Wow, that's the Mandela effect then, huh?
Yeah, it's just trip, seeing actors and actresses, you could have sworn, they passed away or something, and they're still acting, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, I think it's my personal opinion that Tom Hanks is no longer with us. But that's just my opinion. I think they're keeping him alive to use him as a something. Have you heard that? That he might be not here?
I think I heard something like that in the past, maybe like a couple of years ago.
His brother does all of the sound, all of the voices for all the toys, all of the Toy Story voiceovers that Tom Hanks would do. He let his brother do because he has his exact same voice.
I think I did hear about that a long time ago. Yeah. So I see Mud Rabbit in the chat says Sally Field with a question mark, But also says ET used the phrase phone home because it was a popular commercial for AT&T. Okay.
Yeah. Phone home.
So anybody from the Prince of World, anybody else that you could have on the show?
Oh yeah, I'm working on getting my friend Peppy Willie on. I gotta get a hold of him and invite him on the show. Hopefully he will. So he's have you heard of him, Peppy Willie?
No.
What? So Peppy Willie, he's a great guy. Boy, I've known him for many years. So he was the guy. He's finally made videos now, and so the story he told me back in the 80s, now anyone can see. Thank goodness that he did that. But I want to have him on here too. But so he was coming to Minneapolis from New York many years ago, and he was trying to get this date with this woman, and she asked him if he had, because Prince wanted some advice, Prince's band. So he agreed to meet with them, and he was very impressed. He goes, wow. He goes, I'd like to hear one of your songs. And Prince was going from person to person, telling him, okay, here's what I want you to play. He goes, wow, how does he, so he knows how to play all these instruments. That's interesting. And they played a song, and at the end, Peppy said, well, that's a great song, but it was like over 10 minutes long. You can't have a song that long. He goes, here's what you do. You structure a song here, here's the intro, this verse, blah, 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 and put the song together in this certain way. And it will end up being about 3.5 minutes long, which is just like the length that you need it to be. And he also gave him advice on how to make money and how to, doing appearances and lots of information, because Peppy was in New York City. He was he was working, I think, at the Apollo or someplace like that. And he was the guy that went from room to room telling like the Temptations, you can't wear your blue outfits because the other group is wearing their blue outfits. And he'd tell them what times they were going to be on. So he got to know the business through that. And he started his own band called 94 East. And on 94 East, it's Peppy Willie, the two girls in his band, 94 East, and a 16-year-old Prince. So if you look that up, the Minneapolis Genius is the name of the album. And there's a song called Just Another Sucker. And that's one song that I know for sure that Prince worked on, because Peppy told me. He goes, man, Peppy woke me up. He woke me up at like 3 a.m. once. I answered the phone. I said, hello. He goes, Peppy, I finished the song. Just Another Sucker's in the can. It's done. And Peppy's like, Prince, it's like 3 a.m. Call me in the morning, will you? Hangs up. But he was a little excited about it. But yeah, he let him go into the studio. He showed me a video, audio tape, reel-to-reel tape of screaming guitar. And I said, wow, Peppy, is this you? He goes, no, this is the first thing Prince ever put on tape. He says, I own it. I said, wow. I hope you're going to do something with it. He goes, oh yeah, I got plans for it. I don't think he's done anything with it yet. But so yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, it sounds good. You know, these musicians and you know, people worked on music and Prince influence, or they know Prince. I think that's amazing. Um, yeah, I didn't start off as a fan. I think I told you already. And I told you that when he came out with 1999, around that time, I wasn't a fan, you know. But when I look back at the videos now, I'm like, okay, yeah, I missed out, but I'm happy. I'm happy I became a fan. I went to the theater to see Under the Cherry Moon. I was actually taken with a couple of people, and one of the people was a Prince fan. I wasn't a fan at the time, but I went with them. And I seen that movie in the theater, and there was a scene in that movie that made me a fan. So I'm just telling everybody right now, that's how I became a fan.
Was it
Off
the
of that
scene?
movie.
Was it the scene where he's in the piano bar and he's making eye contact with that woman, or is that the part you liked? I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of cool parts in the movie I could point out as well, but this particular scene was kind of like in the middle of the movie. I'll
Okay.
let you guess again if you like.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I wasn't really planning on telling it because it's just weird, right? But
Okay.
if anybody is asking, it's not a big deal. But yeah, that the scene in the middle of the movie. I'll just go ahead and just say it's not a big deal. Um, they had the party at the mansion, and he kind of like I can't really explain. He did this look, and she was looking to she was standing with her friends, and then they noticed him across the way. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Then
Right.
he kind of like turned to his left and looked at them, and then it went back to them again, and then went back to him, and then went back to them again, and then he was gone when the camera went back to him again. If that makes any sense, I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place with that, but yeah, that's I don't know how to like label that scene, so I'm sorry I can't really break it down.
And that movie, of course, was filmed in black and white, which I thought was a really cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's some color stills that I've seen, and that's how I made my UTC Under the Cherry Moon. Yeah, UTCM movie poster in color, the one you seen on my website.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've seen some color stills, and there are some stills where he has like I noticed like blue eyeliner on him. So I wonder how that will transition, seeing that on the big screen with, you know, the makeup is actually apparent, you know.
Mm-hmm. Are you a movie fan too?
Man, I've seen all kinds of movies. Yeah.
I have something right here. It's a packet of scrap from the movie Willow that George Lucas did. So I worked at Tonka Toys, and we had the license for the Willow line. And so I was one of the designers, so I got to look at all this stuff, you know, to design the toy line. These are, you know, pretty cool. So it's July 31st. Here's Queen Bavmorda and Razel.
Wow.
Here's Willow and the what do you call him, the troll or whatever he was. They're doing this movie as a show. Here's Mad Mardigan, played by Val Kilmer, getting ready to sword fight this dude. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So there's these black and white 8x10s, because, you know, they're still filming the movie, so they had to. Here's a neat shot here. This one is Val Kilmer And that guy in the foreground is that's Opie. What's his name? The guy who was one of the directors. And that's
Nice.
actually his brother in the ogre outfit, who was the Gentle Ben kid, the old Gentle Ben show. And of course, the other guy was Opie from Andy Griffith. And here's his brother, Clint Howard, Ron Howard and Clint Howard. That's Clint Howard, and Ron Howard was the one of the dudes. Yeah, it's a kind of a cool thing. Here's a picture of kind of a cool picture of Mad Mardigan, Val Kilmer, and in the background you can see his body double. See him back there?
Yeah.
So apparently it was pretty cold. We were filming in the snow. So yeah, that's kind of cool. There's some color slides and stuff. And so the sculptor at Tonka, where I worked, he gave me this packet of scrap. And he said, now hang on to this. So it's been since the 80s. I'm still hanging on to it. See? Hold on. So I'm holding on to it. He's actually my friend on Facebook too, Jerry Benicasso. Great sculptor. Yeah.
That's nice that you're linked up like that. And I've always been inspired by you. You said you used to work for that toy company.
Hasbro.
And you made, yeah, Hasbro. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just for a minute there, I just forgot the name, but I've always thought the whole name when I think about it, like Hasbro. Yeah. And you created some games as well too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of my games right there. Tetragon 2.
Are they on the Hasbro line, or are they out for people?
No, that was boy, what is there anything left that I did still at Hasbro? Gosh. I don't think there's anything that I did at Hasbro that's still there. I did work on the triple changers, the Transformer triple changers. They might still be there. I don't know. But they changed that stuff out. They're always cranking out the new stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I also worked at Tonka Toys. That's where I actually got to work on the Willow line.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But yeah, we're going to have Johnny on again, and he's going to have some more of his music to play. He's a great guy. He started off as a drummer, and then he quickly moved into keyboards, and he's just amazing. He can really put together songs quickly, and they're awesome sounding. Very good talent.
Right. Speaking of talent, like in reference to your art, you know, what you make, do you have your own business that pushes what you make?
Oh yeah, Hot Games and Puzzles LLC is my toy company. I also have books that I illustrated. These children's books. These ones were endorsed by Jeff Foxworthy. They have children's hospitals. Popple and Popple's Place. I designed this coloring book. It's a high definition coloring book, first of its kind in the world. And it's got all of the detail, all the shading. All you gotta do is add the color and you got it. It's kind of cool. Flowers and places. It's all done photographically. Oops.
Yeah, nice.
So that's that. Yeah, they're not in very many stores right now because of COVID. You know, a lot of these stores closed down. So it's a whole different thing. I will get to the point where I'm selling them online here, but I'm not quite there yet. Well, I could, but yeah. Something to push for. I need to get my website back up. I had a
Okay.
really cool website. It's gone now, so that's what happens. You got to keep those things up.
Yeah, for sure. Like Viagra. So yeah, I just stopped in for 1 second, just to reach out to you in the chat, and thank you for having me as always. And I'll keep watching offline. Oh, well, off
Thanks,
off the
buddy.
panel. All
Appreciate
right.
you calling in. Thanks, buddy.
It's all
Take care.
good. All right. Peace.
Peace. And go check out Propagate This Light and check out his videos. He does great work. And give him a like and give him a follow, subscribe, and share his stuff out too. He's a great guy. Good guy. And we always love it when he calls in. So thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it. Wow, we're having fun today. We even had some bots to deal with. Here's a picture of Jupiter. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at that picture. Isn't that thing lovely? Just such a beautiful planet. Such a beautiful planet. And I just think it's a work of art, an ever-changing work of art up in the heavens. Just, it's like eye candy. Very cool stuff. All right. So isn't that cool? Do you guys like that? That's cool. Yeah. So these are the images that I use when I make my mirror images sometimes. The images from Jupiter are always just super glorious in all their texture and colors and shading, and it's just beautiful. Prop is always a cool caller. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there, Dark Brain. He's always a very nice gentleman. Yep. And Prince is an amazing artist, and I have no doubt that there will be many, many, many new Prince fans in the coming years and decades because he's just that good. Just an exciting person to watch. I saw him at this little club in Boston, right across from the Fenway Park. And it was a little club. There was 200 people there. And it was his only other appearance. His tour for Under the Cherry Moon was only 2 places, Minneapolis and Boston. Because I think the guy who owned that club in Boston also owned a club in Minneapolis, if I'm not mistaken. But he played that. They announced the concert in the morning, and it was first come first serve, and they were sold out in minutes. But I wanted to go. I was living in Rhode Island, which was like an hour and a half or something like that, or hour 45 minutes or something like that away. So we went down there, parked quite a ways away, and we got down there, and we got some tickets, me and my friend, and they're like $100 a piece. by the time they were scalped, sold 3 or 4 different times. And then I'm like, holy crap, I don't have my ID. I won't be able to get in the club. So I had to go all the way back to Rhode Island, drive all the way back, and then drive all the way back to Boston again. Oh, man. But I made it back in time. And what a show. What a show. Man, was that something else. There wasn't a stage. And a couple times he said, he goes, don't touch me. I'll go home. I swear I will. Don't touch me. He didn't want people touching him. And there was one point where there was this pedestal. And I think I've talked about this before. About a 12-inch diameter pedestal, about 3 or 4 feet off the ground. He jumps up on this thing and starts spinning around at some kind of incredible RPMs. He's like a blur up there spinning around in this thing. Then he jumps off and he lands in a full splits on the ground. And then he just lifts himself up with his feet and dances. I don't know how the guy does. I don't know how nobody else could do that. There's no way anybody else could ever do that. He did amazing things on stage, man, like no one else. No one else could. No one else could. All right. What do we got for you? Let's see. You know what? Someone left a message on one of my shows, the show I did with Corey Good. And this is the message that I got. Check this out. This is so nice. Starseed Gaming replied, Truth Quest with Aaron Moriarty, thank you for everything you do to make our world a better place. Wow. This is the reason I do this, friends. Stuff like this. I love this. It makes me actually think like, wow, maybe I am doing something pretty good. Someone else thinks so. That's pretty cool. So thank you, Starseed Gaming. I really appreciate that. Yeah, wasn't that nice? I thought that was really special. You know what? It doesn't matter what level you're at. You gotta relate to all levels. Here we are. Look at this. Isn't that cute? That's like the perfect world for them, man. They're on a mushroom and there they are. Isn't that pretty? A little nature break. Can you imagine waking up and you're one of these things? Whoa, that would be weird. If you got to travel somewhere, you have to have enough slime to travel. I can't go that far, not enough slime. Right? Oh, thank you, Kelly Q. We love it when you're here too. Thank you so much. A gentleman and a scholar. Yes, he sure is. Much needed these days. Yes. And remember, to the little ones, we're all examples. So always be wary of that. We're examples. So try to be the best example you can be. Yeah, bug pics rock. I agree with you there. Isn't it? I wish I would have taken it. You think it was set up? You think the guy put him there on those things, maybe? I don't know. I just think it's nice. It's a pretty image. Very pretty. That's nice that you say that. I love the bug pics. That's interesting because I have some characters I call the love bugs. I wonder if I should look those up, or if that might. Every time I try looking something up, it crashes my computer. Let's see. We're trying. Yeah. Here's one. Let's see. There we go. There it is. Not a very big picture. Oh, maybe it is. All right. Good. So, you said love bugs. You love the bugs. So here we go. Although I spell mine LUV, bugs, just to get around the Disney owned entity called Love Bug. Here's what they kind of look like. The love bugs. And they live in a place called Valentine Valley. Love bugs. Buddy love bug, flutter love bug, squirmy love bug, skeeter love bug, and humblebee love bug. The love bugs. We the love bugs. We love you with the love bugs. We'll hug you too with the love bugs. Yeah, with the love bugs, baby. There's Buddy, he's a rockin' good friend. A helping hand I was ready to lend. Here comes Flutter, she'll listen to you. She'll make you feel better no matter what you do. Love bugs. We love you with love bugs. Yeah, with love bugs, baby. And I even did a little animation thing on my Facebook Hot Games and Puzzles page that you can go take a look at. So someday I want to get this animated. I need to get in touch with an animator. So if you know anybody, let me know. So there you go. A whole bunch of episodes ready to go with those guys. The love bugs. That's the love bugs. Maybe I have. Do I have one of the movies here? It's a PNG. PNG. Oh, here's a quick time movie. I don't know if that's. Hmm. Yeah, I'll have to search for something. Search for the right one. As I can only see one little QuickTime movie, and I don't know. I guess I can take a look at it. I guess I can take a look at it. Oh, there's no. Okay. It's not much of an animation, but all right. Here we go. Hello, Madpo. Now, this is just a very rudimentary thing. I'm not even sure if it's going to translate well on here. I might have needed to import this into the dealy thing there. Oh, oh my. Is that it? I think that's it. I don't know. Is it showing? There it is. Okay. I don't think it's making any sound, is it? It's kind of a very simple, he's got his peanut guitar, he's rocking out. That's Buddy Lovebug. He loves rocking on his peanut guitar. Yeah, he rocks out. Yep. No audio on this. Sorry about that. Somewhere I have some other things. Let me check something. Uh-oh. What's that? It's kind of shifting or something. Oh well. So that was kind of fun. Yeah. That was kind of fun. It's always fun to share that stuff. Yeah. Fun to share, fun to share. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, you said something else besides peanut. Oh, okay. Oops. Didn't mean to be mixing anybody up like that. More love bugs. My funny Valentine. There's the love bug hug right there. Yep. Thank you, Mud Rabbit. Yeah. The love bugs. They love you like good friends do. They stick to you like good friends do. Yep. The love bugs. Uh-oh. Well, folks, I think we're going to probably cut this a little short since I had so many troubles getting online. So I want to thank everyone for stopping on out. Thank you, Kathy, for the super chat. And thank you, mods. And propagate and all. It's so good to see you all here. And we'll see you all on Wednesday. And then Friday. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays here on The Truth Quest, where we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious, and the paranormal is the new normal. Thanks for stopping by. I love you all. We'll see you Wednesday. Peace in.